Alright, this is dartboard number 30. I am put falling down into that cosmic Marvel hole now, aren't I? This is an Infinity Cluedo crossover. So this is part of Infinity Cluedo. And I have decided that I'm not going to talk about how much I hate that story in this video, because this video is largely unrelated to what I hate about Infinity Cluedo, but there is a slight nuisance in that this requires you to know that I hate Infinity Cluedo. This is Dartboard here. If you didn't know who he is, that is him there. And his power is, he is a normal teenager who found a magic diamond that turns him into this dartboard. He's basically the Masked Rider, but without the little Furby fella following him around. So he is worse than the Masked Rider, really. And this is during Infinity Cluedo, and all the heroes are gathered around, wondering what they're gonna do. And without getting too much into Infinity Cluedo, or how wrong-headed and disgusting I think it is, one idea was that the villain removed all the evilness from Earth to make it be like a paradise. So here we see the effect of that. We've got a bunch of scummy criminals stopping doing crime. Like up top we got a dad belting his kid, because that's always good to have on the second page of your comic. A father hitting his son. He stops doing it though. Then we have got a torturer torturing a torturee, and he stops doing it. This one is mildly interesting because it's a supervillain. This is Mark, real name Abe, from the Thunderballs. But this is before he became a Thunderball. So this is like his first flirtation with being a hero. Then we have got a muggin. And the heroes, they're all just stood around debating what to do. And they do that for this whole issue, basically. We've got a nice bit though with Spider-Girl and Dartboard. They had a weird relationship that was slightly creepy, because in a few pages you'll see that Dartboard's mum looks just like Spider-Girl. There's Dartboard doing a fly with his wings, and you can see here a crazy person. He can still kill because craziness doesn't count when all the evil was removed. That's a very unthought out idea, but Infinity Cluedo was just filled with them. And what's happened is, since all the evil has been removed from Earth, all the evil manifests as an entity. And you would be thinking something as humongous as this, it would warrant mentioning in the main Infinity Cluedo story. But no, this whole idea is just confined to a single issue of Dartboard. And here is Dartboard talking to his mum, and I think most people would agree, she is a pure babe. She is what people would call a MILF, but I didn't like that term MILF, because even if she wasn't a mother, I would still like to fuck her. We've got a lot of melodrama here with Dartboard and his relationship with his sexy mother breaking down. And then he starts fighting the physical embodiment of all evil on Earth. And you wouldn't be wrong to think, surely an entity that is made up of the sum total of all the evil on the planet, that would be far too much for Dartboard to handle alone. And you'd be utterly right to think that, but apparently it is super easy, barely an inconvenience for Dartboard. I think he fights him for like a total of 4 pages. And this big abstract villain, he swears he will return, but he never does. And we end with him returning to Avengers House, and all the other heroes, they're still debating about what to do. The problem with this comic is that it is completely undercut by the crossover it is a tie-in to. In a single issue of Dartboard, we have got this enormous threat, or something that should be an enormous threat, that spins out of a pretty bad crossover, and it's annoying because this would have been a much better storyline to pursue than what Infinity Cluedo actually does. But then we've got this issue of Darkboard, and it's got this ridiculous plot that is underwhelming and shouldn't be a single issue. It's just a really weird mix of being a completely disposable tie-in, but at the same time somehow managing to present a story that should be a lot less of a disposable tie-in. I didn't really like this as a thing. I think it's one of those stories that on paper sounds much better than it is. It's not executed very well, and it's probably one of the better Infinity Cluedo tie-ins, but that's really not saying all that much. I think I am going to rate this 7 thumbs up.